Um, I know it's been a very long time since I last did a video, and I don't really have an excuse. As you can tell, there's a whole new setup here, or setting, because I have officially, oh my gosh. I have officially graduated college, and the last couple of months while in the process of graduating have been long, excruciating, and extremely busy. I was trying to find a way to actually attain my biggest dream. And so I was hustling really hard. I was working technically 3 jobs, and I thought it would be better to focus directly on #1 priorities. And at that time, that was 1, graduation, and 2, getting a job in South Korea. And so I will tell you guys that whole entire process in later videos, but with having that said, the point of this video, right? And that is Stray Kids! Step out! I was extremely lucky enough to get a ticket to their last show here in the US in Houston, and so this is kind of just a recap of everything that happened and how I felt, and the amazingness that is Stray Kids. So let's just get to it. Okay, so I have to begin by saying that I waited for this concert 4 months. The day the tickets were sold, my roommate and I, we got both of our cell phones and both of our computers, and we tried for every single venue. We said, if we're gonna travel, it's gonna be the same thing to travel, so it doesn't really matter where we end up, as long as we get to travel and we get to the concert. So we tried for all the shows, and we ended up getting tickets closest to home, which was really, really convenient, I guess. But we got Houston tickets, standing P3. I'm sure you all know the whole differences between the levels. P1, P2, P3. P1 got a group photo, P2 got a high touch, and P3, the first 100, got a signed poster. I got none. So here's my recap. Of course, I will put videos, or the videos that I took at the actual concert, and try to explain them as we go, but I want to just first debrief exactly how I felt about the whole entire trip and about the whole entire concert. I will begin by saying that I am 22 years old, and this concert was on average 15. I'll say they were on average 15, and it was awkward, to be honest with you. I didn't know how exactly to interact with these children, as I was a high school teacher during my last semester in college, and so it was weird it was like a weird dynamic, but I didn't let that get to me. I didn't let that ruin the concert. The way that the standing worked at this specific venue was they let the tiers in as you got them. So P1 got to go first, P2 went second, and then P3 went last. And then, of course, all the general seating. And here's my thing about that. If you are not at least 5'10", which is my roommate's height, with maybe 6 feet tall with the block shoes that she wore, if you are not at least 5'10", or have really long arms, or can jump really high, do not get standing seats. Don't do it. Here I am at 5'4", and I did wear my block shoes as well, and I did not get a glimpse of all of them, like, without a media device by myself with my own eyes. I got to see portions of them, so I would see as they would move, but I never got to see them dance as a whole, and that hurt my heart, because I know that they are absolutely incredible performers. And so yeah, if you're thinking about getting standing anywhere that isn't like leveled like this, I personally do not recommend. I've made the decision, and I told my roommate, if we ever decide to go to any other concerts ever again, let us please not do standing ever again, because while she enjoyed the show, I was doing this the whole time, trying to, and then people's cell phones were in the way, and there's posters that blocked it all, and so I was super upset because I paid my money and I love these guys, and I didn't quite see them exactly the way I wanted to. But with that said as well, there's a lot about the concert that I love, and it was very, very emotional for me. I went to the BTS Love Yourself concert in LA, and while I love BTS, their concert was absolutely incredible, and I actually have a video of that. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to take a look at it. But the thing that I love the most about this specific concert with Stray Kids is the fact that they took their time out to talk to us. And they clearly said that they were afraid because of that language barrier there. They had an interpreter there. There was a sign language interpreter there as well. But the thing that really got to me is that after every performance, or after every 1 or 2 songs that they performed based on how they did their sets, they would explain to us why they chose their songs and what they meant to them and what they were hoped to portray to us. So since it was a small venue and they took the time to talk to us, it was a really personal show. It was emotional beyond levels, and they released their JYP audition tapes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so all in all, before you get to the parts that you actually really want to see with them performing, I want to say 3 things about this concert, and only one of them really has to do with Stray Kids. Okay, maybe 2 of them. The first thing that I really, really want to say is I will never, ever go back to Houston if I have standing seats, which I probably won't. But we waited outside for about 6 hours until they would let us into the doors, and Houston was hot. It was like 94 degrees outside, and it was like 50% humidity, and I swear I was not human anymore, and you can see by these clips.
Verdict. Is it worth it? Are you gonna text somebody? I mean, it better.
I'm doubting it very entirely.
Wondering if I am a functioning human society member still.
Or I'm just a pile of sweat.
I think we're piles of sweat.
We contribute to the rains down in Africa.
My body will be washed away into the shores.
Second thing that I want to say about K-pop concerts in general, it takes a whole lot of dedication to actually go to these concerts. And I say that because usually K-pop groups go to bigger venues or bigger cities, and so for people like us that don't live in those bigger cities, it's expensive, and it's a process. It definitely is, from booking flights to travel there to hotel stays to the actual ticket to merchandise to meals. It is a big, complete devotion and endeavor, and so I hope that you guys know that those of us who go out there and wait the 7 hours and spend the money, it's not because we are just wanting to see these groups perform, but it's about supporting them. The whole entire process there is about supporting them the whole way through, and I think they know that. Stray Kids definitely said that to us. They said that they knew, and that because they know, they work harder and harder for us every day, and so I think that was really cool. And last thing that I wanted to tell you guys about this whole entire experience is the fact that I fell in love with Stray Kids 20 billion times more than what I thought I would at this concert. Sure, it had its knickknacks and it was hot and the poor guys were sweating, but they are dedicated performers and they work hard. And I love JYP Nation in general. Like, I am a JYP fanatic. My most favorite group is Day 6 and they are under JYP. But anyway, I didn't think that attending their concert would show me a new side of them and me. And I know that sounds a little exaggerated, but they ended the show with Grow Up, which has been one of my favorite songs in ages. After MIA, after 19, but it's one of my favorites, and it was really, really emotional, and I'll go ahead and put a clip at the very, very end. But they threw confetti in the air, they were singing, Stays were singing, and the lyrics were just hitting me to the fact that I guess I just went at the perfect time in my life. I have graduated college, and I have finally attained the dream that I have sought out for the last 2 years. And it just got to me, like the hard work, the sweat, the sleepless nights, the studying, it all came to the culmination that I was tired, that I was hustling, and that as long as you hustle, you can get where you want to go, and that the whole universe helps you. And Stray Kids told me that in that second, and I literally was in tears. I was crying, and people around me were looking at me like, are you okay? And I just said, I was infinite in that moment, and it was strange. And what actually triggered me was the fact that before they started the song, they said, when we go back to Korea, and I will be going to Korea, and it's exciting, not necessarily because they will be there, but because while their dream was to come here and they attained it, my dream is to go there, and I have attained it as well. And so these guys just have a way of connecting to youth. They're really young themselves, and while you might think youth like teenage years, I think you're youthful until you settle. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but humans always traveled. And so continuing to work and continuing to push will always mean you're not settled. Anyway, so now let's get to the actual concert. Here are the clips of my whole entire trip, from me packing before I leave, to plane rides, to concert, to coming back home. This is the summary of the Stray Kids Unveil tour for me. I hope you enjoy! I was lucky enough to score some tickets to the Stray Kids Unveil tour here in the US, which is approximately 2 days away from when I'm recording this. And so I'm trying to think about my outfits. And so my first tip, random tip that I'm giving you guys now, is check the weather beforehand. I have planned an outfit from months ago from when I got my tickets, because I have the standing area right in front of them. I hope to be right in front of them. And so I wanted an outfit that stood out like crazy. And so now that I find out that it will be raining that weekend in Houston, I might have to reconsider everything. But Houston is hot, Houston is humid, and so here we are trying to rethink all our decisions all over again. I will go ahead and try out and let you know and show you all my outfits, not before the concert, but when I'm actually taking off there. I fly out tomorrow, and I will be there 2 nights, 3 days. The concert is on a Sunday, so it's a little awkward for those of us who are flying in. But yeah, this is just a little tiny, I don't know, kind of like a slurp. Is that a word? A little snippet of maybe some thoughts that you might want to have before you travel anywhere, and maybe even attend a K-pop concert that you've been looking forward to for months now. Sixth floor.
Yes! Hello and welcome back to Build. My name is Jeff Benjamin, and I'm very excited.
Oh, what is
to bring
this?
Our next guest, which is going to be hottest new acts in K-pop.
What's my way? 정하기 싫지만 불복이 되잖아. 앞서간다고 만족하는 건 아냐 baby. 저 멀리 보고 take your time. 조급할 필요 없어 my face. 비교 따윈 하지마. 천천히 달려도 괜찮아. 나의 기름 타는 발레. 방만 내려놔. 아마 와도 따라가라. 난 아직
When he's ready. Okay, let's go. Hang on. Just a second.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, he's ready. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Howdy, stay. Next up we have Georgie. What a cutie boy. What are you gonna do?
Oh, he's getting ready.
I heard what Hinge is gonna do, but I think Stan's gonna love it.
Alrighty. Sweet.
Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Love you. Alright, next up we have Seungmin in the building. Seungmin, are you ready?
Can you count on 3?
Oh, straight away? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cause you're amazing. Just the way you are. Well, you're amazing too. Alright, next up we have Billy Billy Chan Billy.
Baby Chan.
벌써 한 거야? Did you already do it? No. Wait a minute. We're gonna do one more time. Yeah. That was too short, right? Alright. That was too short. It's too simple.
Okay.
You ready? Oh, wait. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Stay. 1, 2, 3. That was very cute, very cute. Okay, last but not least, we have 노래 하나 하겠어요. 짧게.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Woojin, you ready?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Stay on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Say I belong in you. Feel me second. Round of applause. Yeah, everyone, how'd you like your poses? Just now, we wanted to show our love and affection for you guys through our sexy poses and our cute.
Right? Okay, you guys okay? People on the left? People at the back? And people around here? It's because while we're on stage, we can see everyone, and you guys are crazy. The energy all the way back there to the front here, everyone's so good. I feel like this last stage will be a blast, okay? So, this last song, it has a message where Stray Kids, although we have not found the answer yet, pretty sure that through Stays and Stays through Stray Kids, we can find out, who we actually are. So I hope that through this next song, I hope that we can find our true selves. Okay? Are the members ready? You guys ready? Okay. Here goes the final song. I am you. Let's go.
고맙단 말밖에 못하던 내가 널 향해 손을 내민다 그 손을 잡아 너와 함께 전부 다그 꿈을 외친다 내가 너 피할 수만 있다면 모든 할 수가 있더라도 너가 너 피할 수만 있다면 내가 어둠이 되더라도 너의 곁에 내가 있어줄게 나와 같은 곳에 있어줄래 창밖은 너무 추워 나 혼자 남아있게 여기 네가 있어야지 되지만 I am you 내 어느 순간부터 유리 참도 멀어 보여 나와 같은 시간 같은 하루를 보내고 있어 이제 나의 질문과 너의 대답이 퍼즐처럼 장난거나 나의 고민들과 너의 고민들의 교집합 전부 다 찾아가 우리 환상의 케미를 모두 완벽해 그를 향하는 너를 통해 나를 보고 넌 나를 통해 너를 보는 멋지다 창밖은 너무 추워 나 혼자 남아있게 너희는 내가 애써 따뜻해진 나 I am you need you 너와 있을 때 난 알 수 있어 같은 공간 속에서 같은 시간 속에서 모든 이유는 내 속에서 두어라 숨겨다가 들렸냐
승자여 얼굴에는 미소
By the way, stand Stray Kids. They're incredible. If you need a list of songs, let me know. I got you. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. I'll see you next time.